Hi there, Dr. Vicki Lemper here with the Shift Happens channel. Today, we're going to talk about revision, but in just a different way. I have found through a lot of my clients and a lot of conversations we've had that we are looking at our desire, whether it be a SP, money, love, health, whatever, and we're looking at it and we're imagining these stories. We're projecting these stories around events that may not even be happening, right? We're attaching stories to things that we're just making up. And so what I'm going to challenge you to do is to revise those imagined stories. It is incredible how often we look at things in a negative light. So often we are so used to looking at things negatively, right? Like, oh, I want this beautiful house. Well, but just be careful. Don't try too hard because you might not get it. So let's just back it down and get this little cottage, whatever, and that sort of thing. And then all of a sudden you start creating these stories. Like for an SP, all of a sudden they're not contacting me. And so then all of a sudden you're putting these stories, oh, they're probably out, they're finding someone else, they're bored with me, they want to break up with me, they're not, the list goes on and on, the stories go on and on. And if you keep thinking that story is going to come true. So I don't want you to be scared of your thoughts. I want you to be aware of your thoughts and start revising those stories. So what? They're not texting. You're doing just fine. It always goes back to you. You think that everything out here is causing you to respond or feel a certain way. Why don't we flip that and have this imaginal act, meaning we're going to revise those stories and be like, well, they're not contacting me. It's okay. I'm good. I've got all kinds of things to do. I've got this person and this person. I've got all things, you have to just revise that situation to support you, right? Why are you putting yourself down? You're putting them up on a pedestal. Why not put yourself on the pedestal, right? Revise it to support your feelings, your worth. And it always goes back to your self-worth. It has nothing to do with your SP, nothing to do with the house, the car, the job, the promotion. It has everything to do with you and how you feel about yourself. So put that self above everything else and start revising those stories and saying, that I'm going to create a story that supports me, because it all begins and ends with you. It has nothing to do with the outside world. This is the cause, this is the effect. We create our own reality in our imaginal act. That's manifesting. Manifesting is the experience of our imaginal act. But truly getting the feeling, that is the ultimate in manifesting, because that's our freedom. We want to be free of not caring. We want to be free of not trying. We want to be free of overthinking. We just want to surrender. It's a constant surrendering in every moment and every day. And that means surrendering it and telling a different story and allowing God to take over. And that's the best partner you could ever ask for, right? That's your ultimate source. So tap into that ultimate source and find the freedom, right? So how do we do this? Be aware of your thoughts, and your thoughts will create those feelings, those emotions. So your emotions are your guiding system. So when you're feeling anxious or worried, slow those thoughts and listen to yourself and go, oh my gosh, I am telling a story that's just made up. I have no proof of it. The only proof is my fear. I'm creating from a fear-based stance because I forgot who I was. And when you're creating from a fear-based stance, here's God. I am separate from God. Desires are out here. I'm creating stories that are negative and floating around and getting anxious and oh my gosh and doomsday and oh, this is terrible. When you're attached and connected and aligned to God, you don't have those crazy stories going on. And when I say crazy, I mean, I am all about creating stories that I can manifest stories like nobody's business. And until I started really practicing and intending every day, those stories got out of control. And that's what got me into this business, is that, oh my goodness, we are going at this wrong. I was going out here and into here, instead here, out there, right? And so you have the power. You have the power to change that story, to change your thought, and it helps you with your energy and your emotions, because your energy, what you're emitting is that, oh my gosh, that frenetic energy. What are you going to attract then? More frenetic. If you have thoughts of I'm broke, I don't have any money, the universe is going to say, okay, here's some more. Here's another bill. Here's another. And until you start looking at things and revising that story in your imaginal act, your imagined stories have got to switch, because then you're able to relax and be calm and be in a receiving mode and allowing the good to come in, because you always get what you're thinking about, right? So that is, the I am is the all-time awareness, right? Who are you? You are everything, everywhere, all at all times. That's God, and you are part of God. God works through you as you. It is as simple as that. But revise that story, catch it. You're aware of it because of how you feel. You're getting anxious. Oh my gosh, he's not talking to me. He's not contacting me. He's with somebody else. Oh my gosh, we're never going to be together. Come on. Why are you thinking that? Right? You're thinking that because you're scared. You're scared. You're not worthy of having all that you desire. So it goes back to your self-concept. It goes back to your self-love, your self-worth. It always goes back to you and you working on you. That is all you have to do. Nevillegoddard says it constantly throughout all of his books. The only thing to change is you. And the only thing to worship is the creator, not the creation. The creation is out here, the 3D, the house, the car, the person, right? Worship the creator, the God source, the God self. You aligned with God. When you do that, you're going to be in a calm state. You're going to be relaxed. Things are going to come to you naturally and without even hardly working at it, right? All these methods and structures that we have you do, there's nothing new out there, by the way. You can do all the strategies we present. That doesn't manifest things. It helps to build your self-esteem, self-worth, because that's ultimately where your stories are coming from, that fear-based. When you start mitigating and managing those fear-based thoughts, that negative self-talk, then you're able to allow more good to come, and you do feel worthy. You do feel like, yeah, I'm worth this. I deserve this. This is good. That is my birthright. And you start believing it, and you start living it, and you start being convicted in your decision to have and be and do all that you desire. So that's revision. Revise those imagined stories about your desire, your subject that you desire so much, and watch how calm you get. And always go back to yourself. Whatever you do, you have to go back to your self-worth and your self-love. That's all you got. You've got to do that. All right? Until next time, I know this set well with you. Go ahead and like, share, and comment. And if you want help manifesting your desires, go ahead and contact me at shifthappenslifecoaching@gmail.com. Until next time. All right. Bye-bye.